All right, y'all. We're going through the weekly recap of all our plays that we had in premium. So even if you're a free play person and you just watch free plays, you can see what we did in premium. Week one, painful, but we're gonna go through it. Just to start off, we lost 14 units. I'll show you the entire spreadsheet in a second. But we lost 14 units, and then I have 7 slips right here that went 3 of 4, and then I believe we had 2 more go 3 of 4 as well, but I couldn't find them. I tried looking for them, but my moderator said that we had 9 go 3 of 4, but I found 7 of them. But like I said, I'll go through the spreadsheet and show you all everything in a second. But we had Dane Key for 53.5. He gets 51, 3 yards short against Cincinnati. That was a Thursday game, I believe, too. Cade Klubnik, he had like 90 yards in the first half, has 140 in the second, and we needed 264 in this one. We also had him in another slip for like 254. Farouk had like 32 in the first half. Didn't have to really play much more in the second half because they beat the shit out of Florida Atlantic. Aguilar and Brazel cashed easy. Zachariah Branch cashed easy against Marshall. Jamori Macklin was really annoying. He had a catch in like the first 3 minutes of the game and didn't catch another pass the entire game. Gleason, Vanderos cashed easy. Amari Kelly cashed easy. Trent Walker, Malik Murphy literally cashed perfectly like how you would want, because you see he had 136 of 244 yards by Malik Murphy. Makai Lemon cashed. Edrin did not. They beat the shit out of Coastal Carolina, so they didn't have to throw the ball. Cade again. Thanks, Cade. Was at that game. And then Carson Beck last night. They were up like by 17, and they got conservative, started running the ball. Notre Dame comes back. It's 24-24. He starts throwing again, and they kick a game-winning field goal. So we didn't get overtime, unfortunately, but it really sucks because Dwyer had to play today, and he literally had 100 yards in the first half. So we would have cashed that one today. Malachi Fields cashed last night. Daniels had that insane catch, and Beck just didn't get there, but I think our hit rate was above 63%, which is insane. But yeah, I mean, this shit happens. As you're about to see, look, this shit happened last year too. I put it right here in this video. I had to do the same kind of recap. Terrible. Spreadsheet-wise, I'll just go through it. I stopped greening out all the props because, if I'm being real, I didn't keep up with it. Also, we had 20 slips. I just didn't put them. I didn't put 19 and 20 in yet. I will. But I did account for, like, it would have been 1,200 loss, but I just went ahead and put 1,400 because I haven't added the slip 19 and 20 yet. But yeah, our spreadsheet is pretty much covered in red slips. But like I said, our hit rate was like 63% on props themselves. Especially whenever you have 8 slips go 3 or 4. I mean, that's gonna happen. So I'm trying to think if there's any that, like, actually, this one was terrible. Let me see if I can find any that Cade, we talked about Cade. This terrible first half. There was 140 yards in the second half. Tradez Green, he hit that insane touchdown catch. I think he had 17 yards. Wesco cashed. Cade did not cash touchdowns. Billy Edwards didn't throw a touchdown either. Finney Anthony cashed. Maddox cashed. Caples cashed. Lauter was the one that caused this slip to go 3 of 4. Dane Key caused this slip to go 3 of 4. Thank God the Baylor boys came through. Dane Key pushed at 51, so we got 6x. That's why we didn't. I mean, I wish he would have got 52 yards because then we would have had a 10-unit loss instead of 14, but whatever. Chandler Morris had like 240 yards passing through 3 quarters, and then, like I said, they were up 40 points, so we didn't have to throw the ball anymore. Terrell Harris had like 100 yards. Edrin was one of them that chalked us, and then I don't know if Lemon ended up getting his longest catch. I don't think he did. I think he just had 90 yards, but Omari Kelly looked really good for Michigan State. I said he was probably one of the best wide receivers to transfer in this year's transfer portal, and he was from Middle Tennessee, and he had 75 yards in his first start with Michigan State, and his line was at 40.5. So great read there. Unfortunately, Jamori made that slip go 3 or 4. He had that 11-yard catch first 3 minutes and didn't touch the ball since. Vander Ross and Gleason did exactly what I said they would. They're both veterans from last year. Both had a connection last year. And they lost their other number one wide receiver. Vander Ross is now the new number one. And they both soared. Fucking North Carolina looks like shit. That I already chalked that one, even though they're playing right now. Bill Belichick has a shit ton of work to do. Hoover looks good. McAllister, I think they had their number one DB on McAllister this game, but I would look to take McAllister in the next game because they're trying to get him the ball, but they actually can't because UNC's number one defensive back is actually nasty. But like I said, Hoover looks really good. Brazel, the Tennessee boys looked really good. Aguilar and Brazel, so that's something to note for future reference. Adrian again, chalk. Malik Murphy and Trent Walker cashed easily. Malachi Lemon cashed. Aiden Chili's, he looked okay. He didn't hit that line, though. Nick Marsh didn't either. Omari Kelly did, and Josh Cameron did. So this went 2 of 4. Arnold didn't get there. Arnold was a absolute beast on the ground, though. Cam Coleman, they had 1 target. Farouk didn't get there. And Le'Veon Moss had 6 carries for some reason. The best running back in the country, or one of the best running backs in the country, had 6 carries. Claiborne got injured first quarter, and Adrian again. Malik and Trent cashed. Wesco cashed 3.5 receptions. Aguilar cashed pass. This was one of those that went 4-5. Jonah Coleman is probably the best running back in the country for Washington. He had 170 yards, and his fucking line was at 84.5. He cashed out easy. Brazel cashed easy. Aguilar cashed easy. Wesco had 4 catches, and Cade Klubnik leaves us stranded once again. Let's see. The next slip, Aguilar cashed this. Brazel cashed this. Zachariah Branch cashed this. So this went 3 of 4. Jaleel Farouk, like I said, they didn't have to really throw him the ball much in the second half because they were up 30. Owen McCown, I thought UTSA looked really good in the first half. But I think they gave up in the second half, which fair enough. You're playing Texas A&M. But Amador and McCown, I thought both looked good in the first half. I would look to go back to UTSA. These 2 guys next week or whenever they have an easier matchup, Texas A&M just put their foot on their throat, and they kind of just took them out of the game. Trell Harris cashed. Denzel Boston cashed. So this went 2 of 4. Wesco cashed. Coleman cashed. For some reason, Arizona gave their starting running back 7 carries and their backup running back 11 carries. Don't know what happened there. Maybe he got injured. I wasn't watching that game. Richard Young, obviously Bama got dog waxed, so they're not going to run the ball whenever they're losing. I don't know what happened to Ashlock. I know Branch Cash and Tradez did not. And then the other 2 slips we had was that one I showed y'all with Beck. And then we had another one too, but I don't have it. But this was slip 19 right here. This is one that I don't have logged yet, but Carson Beck missed by, 37 yards? 37 yards, and he had 140 at halftime, so he threw 65 yards in the second half because they were up so much. So that's kind of annoying, but nonetheless, shit happens, and like I said, this happened last year, last football season, so not really too worried about it. There'll probably be a worse week somewhere spread out throughout the season, so but hopefully there's a couple weeks of profit before that, which there will be, because we just had fucking 8 slips, 7 slips, whatever it is, go 3 or 4. So based off math, it will come back our way, and hopefully, so if we got even just 2 of those ones that went 3 or 4, we made 20, 26. You make 6 units, but that's only if you got 2 of those. So if we got 3 of those, 16. If you got 4, if we got half of those that went 3 or 4 to cash, we would have made, what's the fucking 46? 26 units, 36 units, 26 units. And that's assuming that one of the 5-mans didn't hit, because one of the 5-mans went 4 or 5 actually, so that was another 18x. So I don't know. If 3 of those hit, we're making at least 14 units, 15 units. So, I don't know. Math, it'll swing back our way. But here is my net total on college football week 1. Minus 14 units for me. But like I said, I'll keep having the spreadsheet go throughout the year, so you'll be able to see what I'm at the end of the year. But that way, y'all know I show you losses now, so don't say I don't. Because we do fucking lose sometimes. Not all the time. But next week we have NFL and college football, so better week ahead. There'll probably be, instead of 20 slips, there'll probably be like 30. So, maybe. We'll see. I gotta look at all the lines. Actually, I probably won't go that heavy on NFL week 1. But college football week 2, I definitely will. So, we'll see what happens. I expect a way better week 2. I mean, I'm so pissed about this 3 out of 4s, but I can't keep saying the same thing over and over again. Obviously, it's upsetting and just annoying, but whatever. We move. As far as premium goes, still you can always use code YouTube. I'm leaving this code up for the entire season, so code YouTube for all my YouTube watchers. I appreciate y'all watching, so I'm giving y'all the 40% off all the time. Just use code YouTube on any package. You'll get 40% off. If you don't know where to find this, just look in the description below. It's below. As far as content for this week, free play wise, I'll send free plays out to the free play plan on Winnable as well. So if you don't want to sign up for like a pay plan, you can sign up for a free play plan, and I'll send out like 1 to 2 a day for this week. And as far as content goes, YouTube video wise, Thursday night football video for Eagles Dallas will be out tomorrow. Don't know how many plays I'm gonna like in that game, but maybe I'll just give like my opinion if I don't take anything in that game, which I probably will, but I don't know. We'll have a Thursday night football, Friday night football, because I've got Chiefs and Chargers play Friday. So I'm going to just do a 2-in-1 in that video then. So tomorrow I'll have out Thursday, Friday, NFL games video, YouTube video. As far as college football, I'm going to go ahead. I'm assuming there's not lines out yet for them because it's only Monday. So you'll probably start seeing college football content Wednesday. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. As far as the MLB, I'm fucking done with the MLB. I'm not really betting on that during the week. I'm just going to focus on fucking football. Because it's football season, so we're going to be doing that. As far as math goes, whenever I say math, like, I'll just show y'all, by the way, like, what I'm telling you. It's not a matter of, like, if we win, it's win. Because this is why we did so much fucking units last year. This is why we did 240 units last football season. Hang on. I'll show you. Mathematically, I guess I could do it. No, NFL probably has lines up. So, like, say, this is what we do, and it's pretty fucking simple. If you understand math, then you should be able to understand this. So you're going to take quarterback over his receivers over. It doesn't matter which receiver, but, like, this slip pays 5 fucking X on FanDuel. I can't use my phone for it. I'll pull up my iPad. I can't go on my phone right now. It's using it for my mic. But hang on. I hope my members are watching this too, because I'm going to tell them to. What am I trying to do? Dabble. Okay. Oh, wait. Actually, I should show y'all something different. Hang on. Okay. Say we want to do Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, George Pickens. This is a hypothetical. Don't take this shit, because I'm not. I would not suggest taking this. CD, George. So I'm putting the same slip in on Dabble. And they're going to give me, if it'll load. They're giving me 10x for this fucking same slip. This slip is 10x on Dabble. Literally 10x, same slip, I swear. And it's 5.6x on FanDuel. And FanDuel has a bunch of brainiacs that calculate the percentages of a wide receiver and his quarterback correlating going over, and then what kind of odds that should display for a parlay. And they're saying it should display a 5.6x. So $10 wins you 56.2. Or you can take it on Dabble where $10 wins you $100. So you're getting nearly twice the payout on Dabble that you are an actual big-ass sports book that has a bunch of brainiacs that calculate. It's not even brainiacs to calculate. It's fucking like computers that they just put in a bunch of numbers and it spits out what percentage of the time that parlay should be paying out and what it should be paying out. And meanwhile, you have DFS apps like Dabble that don't have those fucking computers, and their line setters are so stupid to not look at an actual sports book and see what they pay out. And so they don't adjust their payouts for it. and you just take advantage of it and make a boatload of money. That's how I got banned on Prize Picks. It's kind of how I got limited on Dabble now, and that's how I got limited on Chalkboard. So, if you want to make money, just trust it. It'll happen. Weeks like this don't make it feel like it, I'll tell you that. But I promise you it will happen. Because it's, third season in a row now? It's our third year in a row now. I promise it happens. Watch. That's why I take so many slips. That's why I take like 30 slips a week, 25 slips a week, whatever. Someone commented on my Instagram, is like, this dude posts 20 slips and hopes one of them hit. Like, no, bro. If we get 2 slips to hit out of 20, you're making break even. If you get 3 out of 20, you're profiting 10 units. So $10, if you $10 unit, you profit 10 units. That's $100 watching football. Or if you're $20 units and you're winning 10 units in a weekend, that's $200 that you made watching football. Or you could be like my dumbass, bet $100 units and then lose $1,400 in this weekend. Or, like say in the future, whenever we win 30 units, I'll make $3,000. We had like a 70 unit week last year. During bowl season, we had a 100 unit day. 91 unit day, whatever. Same thing. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But trust in it. I swear it works. If you don't like all that kind of bullshit, then whatever. Keep watching on the sideline. I don't care. But I just showed you that it works because this big ass sports book that makes billions of dollars every year is only giving you 5.6x. Dabble is going to give you 10. Sleeper does the same shit. That's why I use Sleeper. Better Picks actually just fucking changed their payouts for this. So I can hardly ever use Better. The only time I use Better is whenever I want to take like my 4 favorite props. But Sleeper and Dabble are both idiotic as of right now. God forbid they're actually watching my videos, which I don't think they do. Yet, at least. But this is how you make a bunch of money. I promise, it works. Alright, enough of me repeating the same shit over and over again. I'm just trying to drill it in your head, but if you don't believe me at this point, whatever. If you do believe me, kudos, trust in it. I promise it'll work. You'll make money. And week 1, shit like that happens. Like I said, there'll probably be a worse week somewhere. I mean, there's 18 weeks in a football season. So, you're going to lose some of them, but I think we had like 4 losing weeks last year. Week 1 was one of them last year. But we had like 13 or 14 winning weeks. Yeah. Like, see, this is us in, bowl season last year or something?
Yeah, that was, last year.
Yeah, I mean, it works, promise. It just takes, not time, but it takes over volume of slips. So for every 10 slips you take, you should be making about 4 units. So theoretically, every 10 slips, so if I build 30 slips in a week, we should be making 12 units on average. So we lost 14 units this one. The math just didn't go our way, but it will over the year. So you'll see on the spreadsheet as I post a recap every weekend like this one. But as of right now, it looks very ugly. But that's okay. All right. Other than that, I'll have a video out for y'all tomorrow for Thursday and Friday night NFL games. But other than that, shitty week 1, I'm sorry. Sucks for me too. But we'll be back. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow for Thursday Night Football, Friday Night Football games. We'll talk about it. That way you can get your lines in early. All right, peace.